right, hey, I'm Steven with Create a Great State and Grow Missouri, and we have the pleasure of sitting down today with Carl Bearden from United for Missouri. Carl, thank you for taking a moment and sit down talking with us today. I sure appreciate it.
Appreciate you having us out.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, first things first, tell us a little bit about United for Missouri and what you guys are up to here in the state.
Sure. United for Missouri is about 4 years old. We started in July of 2010, mainly to concentrate on state and local issues. There are a lot of great organizations doing federal issues, but particularly at that time we thought we really want to change our country. We have to start at the local level, and that's what we're doing with United for Missouri. We have over 76,000 members statewide. We keep them engaged and involved, and they are very active, particularly during legislative session and other times. So our goal is not to be something, but to enable our members to be something.
Excellent, excellent. Well, 76,000 members. I'm sure we talked to a few of them. What we've been doing with the Create a Great State tour is over the last 90 days, I guess, we've traveled over 40 counties, done hundreds of interviews just like this on the street, or running into people and going into small businesses and asking just a basic question of, hey, what can we be doing? What does our state need to be doing, Missouri, to create a great state? And what, to make a Missouri that's a better place to work, to live, to raise a family, to start a small business, or whatever the case might be. And so I kind of wanted to ask you, represent this organization, and personally, what are some things that you're passionate about, your soapbox, that you think we need to be doing to create a great state?
Well, I think if you put all of those together that you talk to, for the majority, what would bubble up is that people want the freedom to live their lives, like you talk about, to run their businesses and to be successful. They don't want government's help, because most of the time when they get government's help, is not that much help. Yeah. And so really that's kind of, I think, the recurring theme that we hear throughout the state. And we don't just visit with our members. I mean, we do regional meetings. We invite everybody. We go to other meetings, of different clubs and different organizations, just to speak to people. And that's a great way to hear what's really on people's minds. And I think when Grow Missouri did that, as your part, you saw that too. That people are not lacking in ideas, but they do think that they're lacking voice, and that's what we try to give them.
Perfect. So, from these members, I mean, you've got thousands of opinions, and some of them I'm sure are varying, but what do you think are some things, maybe sessions could start next month. What are some things that in the near future you see that we could implement, that we could get the legislature working on, or maybe they're already working on, that could lead to that end?
Well, as you know, we've been working, both Grow Missouri, United for Missouri, and other organizations have been working on the tax reform issue for quite some time. And last year, we saw that come to at least a beginning fruition. Now, it doesn't start for a couple of years, but there are things that we should be doing to get ready for that to happen. We need to make sure, first off, that there's no backtracking, by the legislature and changes and updating, because the thing hasn't even gone into effect yet. And so we'll be watching that fairly closely, and our members are very interested in that. The other thing is about reforming our Medicaid system. I mean, we hear about Medicaid expansion, and we do know that from a 5-year gold standard study in Oregon, not exactly the most conservative place in the country, but in that 5 years in that area, they found that Medicaid expansion really didn't result in any significant improvement in healthcare outcomes. And that's what Medicaid expansion is supposed to do, but it's a failure at that. And so really the real problem is we have a Medicaid system on the state level, at the federal level, that does not work. And so what we will encourage and work with the legislature on, and we're hearing already encouragement from the legislators, that they intend to reform our current system and not expand it. And I think that's a great way to go. And one of the ideas that you probably heard about on the road as well is, how do we improve our transportation system? As you know, there was a sales tax that was on the ballot, went down in flames because people don't believe that's the right way to do it. And there are other ideas out there. Governor Nixon just came out with asking for a 1-month study. Now that's a pretty aggressive study. It's one that I know that they've looked at tolling before, but in 1 month you're not going to get a lot of detail, and you're going to get a lot of reasons maybe why you can't do something. But there are suggestions that we can do that, which might involve tolling and other opportunities. So if you focus on one issue, on fixing, if you will, the MoDOT funding transportation problem, you're going to miss the boat. And so we want to make sure that the legislature takes a broad look at how we can fix transportation. And then one of the areas that we're seeing throughout the tax reform fight and through other fights is the involvement of publicly funded whether they're political subdivisions or other organizations, getting involved and using our taxpayer money to lobby against us and against our best interest. And so we want to work with the legislature to try to tighten that up, to keep cities and school districts, for example, from participating in the process as much as they are now, because they're using our money to oppose tax reform, to oppose other needed reforms in our government, and to reform what we need to do. So we would like to see that tightened down quite a bit this year.
Wow. Well, tell me, say, if I've never heard of United for Missouri before, and I want to get involved. I want to, be involved with the organization. What do I need to do? Where do I need to go?
Well, you can look for us to be in your community, and attend an event. You can go to our website, unitedformissouri.org. And you can see what we write, particularly during session. We're most active then. You can look at action alerts that we put up on our website. You can go to our Facebook page, Facebook.com/United for Missouri, and see all sorts of issues and things that we try to address. And it's very easy to become engaged. You go to our website, it says join, and that's all simple is. I'd like to say that we collect thousands and thousands of dollars from membership, but we don't. It's free. But we do depend on our members to support us, and so that's what we're trying to do, particularly this time of year.
Perfect. Well, Carl, thank you for first of all, your passion for our state and for the work that you're putting in to improve it. And thank you for sitting down and talking with us today. We really appreciate that.
Grow Missouri and what they've done and the partnership that we've been able to do. So
absolutely. Carl Bearden with United for Missouri. Thank you so much.